In this video, I'll show you guys why Super Quant may be the most secret rogue deck of the format. We've got a boss master that honestly kind of rivals Exodia. I can't believe I'm actually saying that, because with 6+ materials, your opponent cannot add cards from the deck to the hand, including drawing. It's unaffected, and it can all be done with a 1-card combo. The only hand trap it loses to is 4 loss, like every other strong deck, and also it can play with a 20-card engine, very similarly to the YCS decks that run 20 hand trap. This is really exciting. I want to show you guys why Super Quant is super powerful, why these common rarity print support cards are extremely powerful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you want to see in Duelist Advance, and I'll see you guys in the video. I believe it's some type of voiceless voice with Genesys. And also, spoiler alert, we are playing Fiendsmith in the Super Quant deck. The main reason is if we can have a Caesar negate Nibiru, which the deck does lose to, that's fair enough, we win the game. If you summon Magna, you win the game. That's the point of it. So let's just fast forward some Fiendsmith combos here, and I'll just show you my hand. This card, guys, is incredible. It can special a Super Quant that's different to an attribute on the field. The effect is live. The new monster can send as cost any Super Quant card to grave, special a Super Quant from deck. The spell we just sent gets the field spell activated straight to the field, plays through draw. The Super Quant Fairy obviously will choose 3 random Super Quants. The opponent picks one, you summon one, the other 2 go to grave. Every single Super Quant card has a grave and summon effect. So it's not like the deck has bad monsters. They're all extremely powerful. The green one is being layered into the green bird, or Ouroboros I think it's called. Before I can finish my sentence, we've already summoned Super Quantum Mech King Great Magnus. Seriously, if you're a Power Rangers fan, you're going to be obsessed with this deck. We've got 6 materials. We've got a Caesar as well. Yeah, I don't think the opponent is going to get rid of this board. Quick effect as well during the main phase is soft ones per turn, if that matters. It can bounce any card on the field into the deck. It's got the best interruption in the game. It's got the best floodgate in the game, and it's unaffected at 36k.
I'm really tired, but I can't tell if you're joking or not.
When you detach his materials as well, these will all trigger because they go grave and have grave effects. If he leaves the field in any way, he will trigger and summon 3 Super Quant XYZ monsters. So you're not just having, you know, 1 boss monster, you actually have recursion as well. These guys all cannot attack if they don't have materials, but that's fine because they're always going to have materials they can attach from field or hand. This one is a quick effect monster negation. This is a Book of Moon quick effect. This is a quick effect ST pop. And then you have a Liger, the lion, quick effect monster pop. Now the thing is, the only quick effects if they have the corresponding a layer or Power Ranger as material, but that's easy to do because again, this deck got modern support, and when a deck gets modern support, especially 3 cards, you know that's going to change the game. Again, voiceless voice, you know, it is a powerful deck. They've got droplet. It's not like they have got a bad hand. They start with an Archfiend. They got the Omni Negate. They went for a Typhon. They attacked the Caesar. They went for droplets as well. I guess the droplets targeted Magnus. Maybe they've never played against Super Quants. I know it's a very old deck. The opponent had a really strong starting hand for going second. They had an Omni Negate. They had access to, you know, one of the strongest 1-card combos in the game. They got through our Caesar extremely easily. But the thing with Magnus, the opponent cannot add cards from the deck to the hand. Once you summon it, you win the game. We've even got a Fiendsmith engine to push the OTK. Quickly speaking of OTKs, we are not running the trap card, although I highly recommend you at least try it. Maybe you side deck it because it really enables you to win when the turn comes back to you. But again, because of Fiendsmith, it does that for us. Engrave is going to send the Typhon to grave. We're going to go for a sequence. Sequence summons the Desiree. We will probably equip here. Oh no, we don't have to equip because now it's back to our turn. Not scared of what the opponent does. Let's shuffle back their monster. Let's detach. Let's add the black layer. Black layer searches the spell when it goes grave. Summon the red layer, adding a Super Quant from grave to hand. A normal summon, sending sequence to grave. And then, yeah, that's enough damage for the OTK. So the great thing about the new support is Black Layer really is, well, he also looks like Fenrir, which is really funny. He's a zombie as well, which is interesting. Just like the cartoons, he really is like the evil depiction of a Power Ranger. But when he goes grave, he searches any Super Quant spell. That is crazy. The new spell is obviously very powerful. Yeah, we've got 2 draws in hand and Ash Blossom. We're actually going second, but we do a hand trap on the layer 19. They go for a heater because that is something you can also play in the deck, is the fire package. Princess brings back the red layer. Red layer adds the spell to hand for recursion. That's not bad. But we do have 2 dead draws in hand, and they have a Princess disruption. We summon the blue layer. Blue layer gets the search, gets Ash Blossomed. They have a Nibiru in hand. I just realized that now. And we go to the main phase and we play out the Fiendsmith line, which gets disrupted. The good thing is Princess does lock them into fire types. Obviously, we don't know they have Nibiru in hand, but yeah, we're very lucky that we get to pull this part of the combo off. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, the Super Quant deck can be a little bit complicated and there are combos out there. So I really just try to freestyle my best with the deck. I'm very confident with it now, and I'm excited to play in real life. If you want a real life deck profile for Super Quant, comment down below as well. Make sure to like the video. And yeah, the white layer when it goes grave will add the 1 card starter to hand, Fairy Alphen. And then as far as that, yeah, the black layer as well, it can special from hand if you control a Super Quant. You can copy the level of something as well. Guys, we're also showcasing the trap card here. We've got the trap card. We've summoned the Link Monster, which I tried really hard to make playable. Unfortunately, I don't think it is very playable. This card is a little bit hard to summon using all the materials, only for those materials to, you know, be needed on the field, because you have to exceed summon, which is unfortunate. So yeah, I'm not really sure why they printed this Link Monster. I think there are better engines out there. I mean, you could always do a sequence line, then use 1 Super Quant and sequence to make this, and then draw some cards maybe. They've done a Nibiru, they've done a Typhon here as well. The Typhon takes out the Elf Alpha Fairy. They're going to bounce the Nibiru token. They're going to end their turn. All we have is a trap card. But we do have the field spell. The field spell is obviously very important. We go for the Zeta play, which sends white layer's cost, summoning the black layer, which on summon will summon a Exceed monster and attach a layer. That is also a hand trap. It's a quick effect on the opponent's turn. So the deck also has a very interesting hand trap interaction. You could even call that a, you know, counters 3 hand traps as well. Obviously, given the layer you attach makes it a quick effect. In the meantime, while I'm talking, we're just going through classic Super Quant plays. They've actually done a 4 loss. We've been Nibiru'd, Ash Blossom, 4 loss, Typhoned, but we still managed to summon a Magnus. And this Magnus here has 5 materials, which means it's unaffected by that imperm just there. Remember guys, we set the trap card and it didn't do anything. It's going to resolve now, and it's going to give our Magnus a triple attack in the battle phase. And I don't know about you guys, but 36 times 3 is more than 8,000, and we win the game. So that was an interesting replay. We went second. We got Nibiru, Ash Blossom. We had a draw against them, but the deck can play through draw, so it wasn't looking too great. They even found the Princess line as well, but we managed to play through it because, again, these 1 card combo cards, which you played multiples of, are extremely powerful. Zaytan, this card reminds me of the power creep you would get in other meta decks with new support, and this is exactly that. So honestly, amazing support. Let's go to the last replay against Artmedia. This is gonna be a fun one because yeah, a lot of interactions happen. We've got 2 blue layers and 2 white layers in hand, and they did a 4 loss. So yeah, like I said, let's try to play through this. It's not gonna look great at first, but Zaytan will summon us from hand, tribute, and send us cost. Then this will summon the Alpha. The Alpha will send 2 to grave, special the red layer. Red layer adds to hand. We add Zaytan, which can be a special, I guess, or a discard. Black layer will search, white layer will search. This gives us discard ammo for the field spell as well, don't forget, which helps us turn it into a 1 card combo. We go for the layer 19, summoning the white layer, and then we get to send, I believe, for effect if we haven't done that already. And there we go guys, here is the field spell. Obviously, we made sure to do a draw and lock bed before we went for the 3 Exceed monsters. That is the weakness of the deck. For a lot, you do need to summon a lot from the deck and the extra deck. But it doesn't matter, because once you summon Magnus, that's the point of the deck. Once you summon him, you win the game. Similar to Exodia, similar to Magia. And yeah, I think this is a 6 material Magnus. Through, I want to say, some disruption as well. Obviously, the 4 loss cancels the disruption. You want to play careful around it. Okay, the Artmedia player's turn. They're summoning the Owl Monster, which fusion summons for the fusion, which is an Omni Negate if 3 types exist on the field. They summon Litter, which adds from grave to hand and is a free special. But honestly, because they can't add from deck to hand, which is the whole point of Artmedia, we get to shut them down. But they still have a, I want to say, decent board. So let's keep playing and see what happens. We're going to go for the shuffle effect with Magnus. A monster effect is activated from the opponent, triggering our black layer to summon from hand by discarding. On summon is going to attach a material and exceed summon. White layer gets to trigger. I believe a red layer is specialing the blue layer, which can't activate effects the turn it's summoned from red. But yeah, they get to also special the Medius because Dictorus was destroyed. They get to summon the Owl, I believe, which goes for a fusion summon for them because it's a quick effect fusion. But that's fine. We've got layer 19, which is obviously going to set us up quite nicely here. They have the, well, let's see it happen here, guys. They got a board wipe, taking out our whole board. So, you know, we won't be able to pop off as much as we wanted, but we still have the normal summon. And that's what I love about this deck, is you can really play a lot without the normal summon, but they have an Ash Blossom anyway. So this is a rough replay, but because Magnus has, I believe it was 5 or 6 materials, putting the Zeus on top gives us 3 Zeus effects. And that's the other cool thing about this archetype, is Magus becomes the best Zeus enabler, giving us 3 board wipes. ZEUS was, I believe, limited, correct me if I'm wrong, in one of the OCG TCG ban lists for good reason. This is why, because no one can beat the ZEUS effect. They even go for a negation on ZEUS. We do the second detached material to blow up the board again. And guess what, guys? Magnus, when he goes grave, is going to trigger and summon every Exceed monster. And I mean, that might be the best combo I've ever seen. We go back to our turn. The opponent has nothing. We do a alpha play. We get to summon red layer, which adds to hand. We add the field spell to hand. That's also pretty good. It's got good recursion. The white layer and black layer, I believe, will add us some cards as well. We've got discards to summon materials for the Exceed monsters, or attach, sorry. Red layer gets to bring out black layer. Black layer, again on special, will summon a Exceed monster and attach. And now we get to negate the blue layer's effect that can't attack with that material with white layer, giving us a very impressive second Magnus. So we went from Magnus to ZEUS with 3 board wipes to Magnus again. And now I think we're just styling on the opponent here. And I think this spells game. So guys, that was an impressive replay with Super Quant going off against a 4 loss, I believe it was, which is obviously quite scary for the deck. But again, the whole point of the deck is to summon Magnus. Once Magnus is summoned, you should win the game. Not many people or anyone is going to be siding cards like Underworld, which gives us a huge advantage as a rogue deck, not a deck in the meta spotlight. That means you can really surprise people. We have so many one-card combos and starters. Really impressive. Let me show you guys the deck profile, what we're working with. This is my Super Quant Fiendsmith deck profile. I've also got a pure version that runs more non-engine. That's all less different. We've got 3 black layer because I want to be able to trigger the hand trap effect to summon, similar to the new Vanquish Soul monsters in K9, where they have interactions on the opponent's turn. If you discard a blue layer, we've got a spell trap destruction. Pretty good. If we discard a red layer, we summon Liger and attach this for a quick effect monster pop. The only issue is, you know, these red layers and white layers, they can't easily summon themselves. They have effects that summon, but it's not always consistent. So for that reason, we have to be careful. White layer has to send a non-light Super Quant to special. Sometimes that might be clunky with the Fairy Alphen, for example. Green layer is the least useful monster, but it can special one from hand and it can discard a card and draw as well. So 2 effects that it's got are quite nice. This card is Spellcaster. It actually sets up the Selene access code play as well. Zaytan, the most powerful card in the deck. This is a free special if you control a Super Quant monster. As cost, it will send the Alphen Spike. This card it reads crazy, but both effects are actually insane. When Super Quant Magnus is on the field, he's unaffected. It doesn't matter what they summon from the extra deck, we'll just shuffle it back anyway. Important thing, it can banish yourself its cost and an Alphen to activate the field spell. It plays through Drawn and Lockbird. Similar to how white layer plays with Drawn and Lockbird, it can add the alpha from grave to hand. We've got blue layer, which can be summoned in the draw phase with the emergency call, or even, you know, comboing white layer with an existing black layer. Black layer on the opponent's turn lets us send itself to grave as a material detached for the Exceed monster it summons, and search for the spell on the opponent's turn. So there are a lot of ways to actually play through things like Droll in this deck. Very similar to other hyper combo rogue decks. You know, Nibiru and Follows really are the only threats. We've got 3 Alphen as well. This is the starter card of the deck. You could run 1 for 1. Some people don't like it. It sends a monster as cost, but I want to see it as much as possible. 3 Layer 19s, very important card. And then the 1 field spell, 3 emergency teleport to resolve blue layer in the draw phase, beating Drawn and Lockbird. There is a world where you can play the rank 3 monster that is a monster effect negation, because you can modulate the levels, of course, with Alphen, turning everything into the same level. Or white layer sending a Super Quant and copying its level as well. And then a Fiendsmith package, this is just my personal take on it. I got a first place with the Wi-Fi Azimina deck, and all I played was the Caesar package, so I thought I'd bring that back in this deck profile. We don't need Disarray as much, and I'd rather have these second layers of Liger and the Luster X as well. And then we've got 3 Forlos, 3 Ash, 2 Droll, 2 Nibiru. I think a Droll should be up to 3 though, just to stop the Forlos draws. Extremely optimized standard Super Quant Exceed pack. I guess you could take out the green layer and the green Megazord as well, but in a pinch, when you're really comboing off in a grand game, you want that extra name for the extra Exceed monster. As the field spell can also summon Magnus with Exceed monsters in the grave. You have to play ZEUS. This is almost like summoning Magnus in a different timeline. This is what it would be. Having a triple board wipe definitely wins you the game. Maybe there's a world where you play 2 ZEUSes. That's how easy it is to trigger a monster like that. Maybe there's a world where you play the Super Quant Exceed monsters, you attach a layer from your hand, and then you go in the battle phase, you attack, and then you have 3 Exceed materials plus the Super Quant Exceed, giving you 4 layers, which is 2 ZEUS board wipes. So pretty strong. The deck doesn't lock us out of the extra deck, so we also get any cool extra deck packages. We do have the trap card. This is quite interesting. It is a OTK option. It can boost your other Exceed monsters as well, and it can be activated the turn it's set with layer 19. We also have the spell card, which I was messing with Maybe this is a card in the battle phase we run going second, but the thing is the monster it summons is negated, so I'm not entirely sure how useful this card really is. And yeah guys, that's been the deck profile. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Will you be trying Super Quant out? This deck honestly is mega underrated, and I think that's just how it's always going to be, but that doesn't mean we can't win with this deck. I definitely plan on taking this to locals as well, so definitely expect some results soon. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.